Hey kids, this is Mr. Bunt coming to you live from my kitchen. And no, I will not be making a bunt cake for you today, but we will actually start our very first math lesson. This is definitely a new experience for me, obviously a new experience for you. I just bear with me. The great thing about these videos is that you can watch them as much as you need. All right, so what I'm going to do first off is before every lesson, I'm gonna start off telling you what we're gonna talk about today. Then we'll do a quick little like a warm-up exercise, and then I'll go through a few problems that you will see in your problem set as examples. That way, if you get stuck during your problem set, you're able to go back to my video, take a look at it, and maybe see where we can correct some mistakes. I'll try to keep these videos pretty short, maybe about 10 minutes long. I'll do my very best. As you know, I like to talk, but I just want to make sure things are clear. Now, at the end of this lesson, I will give you an assignment that I'd like you to complete, and I'll give you a certain time frame to get it done. Now, if there are some things that we just cannot control and we're not able to get it done, of course, I will be okay with that. But I'd like to see, after each lesson I give you, each video I send out, I'd hope to have everybody work on the math assignment over the next 24 hours, one full day. All right, so let's get started. The lesson today is in your green workbook. It's lesson 4. All right, we're in module 5, lesson 4, and our objective is I can use multiplication to calculate volume. Now, if you recall, we have our two formulas that we're concentrating on right now. Volume, which is length times width times height. All right, and now we're also going to use area today, which, if you recall, area is just length times width. It has two dimensions. All right, the amount of space something takes up. Here we're dealing with two-dimensional objects. Here we're dealing with three-dimensional objects. All right, so our warm-up today is going to just be me drawing a two-dimensional object. I'm just going to draw a simple square on my whiteboard. All right, now I'm going to give you the length of this square. All right, I need you to calculate the area of this square. It's just two dimensions, so you need to figure out what the width is and then calculate to get the area. Now, if you remember the definition of a square, when you were told, when you were a little younger, when you were, kindergarten, first grade, is that all the sides are equal. All right, so go ahead, calculate the area of this square, pause the video, and then once you have your answer, restart the video, and then I will show you the answer. Go ahead, pause. Okay, here we go. So you have your length, all right? If all the side lengths are the same, you have a width of 10 centimeters as well. This will be 10 centimeters, that'll be 10 centimeters. Length times width, it is simply going to be 10 times 10 equals 100. 1 times 1 is 1, add your two zeros. Our unit is centimeters, and there are two dimensions, which means we need our little baby 2. All right, that tells me it is 100 centimeters squared. All right, and if you recall, that means there'd be you could fit 100 squares inside. All right, this big square right here. You have 10 squares going this way, all with this 1 centimeter at length, and then you'd have 10 centimeters going up, all 1 centimeter with their width. All right, now we're going to move on to today's lesson. I'll give you a second here to erase. I kept the formula for volume up there. Okay, you are going to see in today's lesson, in your problem set, you're going to see rectangular prisms. All right, so let me draw a quick one for you here. Okay, I'm going to make two cubes here. They're going to be side by side. Okay, all the way down. As you can see, I've practiced a lot. All right, so now, if you recall, we're just going to be working with centimeters today. All right, each cube, all right, a cubic centimeter will have a side length of 1 centimeter, a height of 1 centimeter, okay, and then the width of 1 centimeter. So you have your length from here to here, you have your height from here to here, and you have your width, how wide it is from there to there. Now we're dealing with a three-dimensional object. In order to find the volume of just this cube, you're going to multiply 1 times 1 times 1, which ends up getting you, obviously, 1 centimeters cubed. All right, that's just for that cube. Now, what if we have an identical cube next to it? Now, we want to find the volume of this entire object, all right? So if we know the volume of this cube right here, and if we have an identical cube right next to it, well, then you're going to have a volume of 1 centimeter cubed for that one, and you're going to have a volume of 1 centimeter cubed for that one right there. Okay, when you add them together, obviously 1 plus 1 is 2. The entire volume of this rectangular prism is 2 centimeters cubed. All right, so one cube is 1 centimeters cubed for the volume. This cube is identical. It's 1 centimeters cubed for their volume. And the entire object, when they're placed side by side all together, you just add up the volumes. You end up getting 2 centimeters cubed. All right. Now, if you wanted to look at this rectangular prism like this, which you will do in your problem set, you could look at this as 1 centimeter from here to here, and this as 1 centimeter. Obviously, from here all the way to here is going to be 2 centimeters when you add them up. All right. And then this will be 1 centimeter. So let me erase this right here, because now I'm looking at the entire length of this rectangular prism. So this will be 2 centimeters. All right. Our height does not change. All right. So it's still 1 centimeter. So it's going to be 2 times 1 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2, times 1 is 2. You end up getting the volume of 2 centimeters cubed for the whole rectangular prism. All right. In your problem set, you'll be asked to record the length for a rectangular prism, the width, the height, and then from there, multiply all three. You will end up getting the volume. Now, also remember, you can read this as 2 cubic centimeters. All right, let me erase, and I'm going to show you another example that you will see. Okay, you are going to be given now just an object, all right, that looks like so. All right, we're just going to be given the dimensions here. All right, and we're going to be writing in, say, inches. All right, so we have 2 inches for our length. We have 3 inches for our width. And then we'll have, say, 6 inches for our height. All right? In order to calculate the volume, you would need to take your length, your width, and your height, multiply them all together. 2 times 3 is 6. Multiply that by 6, and you would end up getting 36. The unit is inches cubed. All right? 36 inches cubed. So if I were going to draw 36 little baby cubes in here, it's going to be tough to see there, but if I drew 36 of them, all right, that's how many baby cubes would fit inside this big cube. 36 of them, all having a volume of 1 inch cubed. All right, so it ends, the whole volume of the object is 36 inches cubed. Let me show you one more example. All right, this time around, you're going to be given an object that they'll tell you the area. Remember, area is length times width. All right, and say they're going to say 10 meters squared. All right, so, and now I'm going to finish off, and I'm actually going to draw a rectangular prism. All right, so this face, the front part of this rectangular prism, has an area of 10 meters squared. And let's say that our width of the entire rectangular prism is going to be 2 meters. All right, if you think about what a rectangle is, you have to remember that the opposite sides are equal. All right, so that tells you that the area of this face of the rectangular prism is actually going to be the same right here. And if you know the distance from here to here, then you can calculate the length. So it's just saying to yourself, all right, well, length times width equals area. I know the width, so what's the length? Well, it's going to be 10 equals L times 2. 2 times what is 10? That is 5. All right, so the width is now going, or sorry, the length is now going to be 5 meters. Now you can actually calculate the volume. Here's how. Okay, so you have, let's write in volume equals 5 meters length times width 2 meters. Now we got to figure out what is our height? All right. Well, if we look at our area here, we know that length times width equals the area of this face. We can actually figure out this unknown dimension. If 5 times 2 is 10, then that means that our height is also 2 meters. Alrighty. So from there, you just multiply 5 times 2 times 2 to get the volume of the entire rectangular prism. 5 times 2 is 10. Multiply it by 2. You end up getting an answer of 20 meters, that was our unit, cubed. That is the entire volume of this rectangular prism. You will see a couple examples in your problem set. Again, watch this as many times as you need it to better understand the material. Or if you just like hearing my voice all day long, then that's another great reason too. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to give you your assignment. I'm going to post this video tonight. It is Monday evening. Now, a lot of you are going to bed early, so in the morning, this is when you'll work on your math. Don't work on it tonight. Work on it tomorrow morning, maybe the first thing you do after you have breakfast. All right, you are going to go into your green workbook. It is lesson 4, problem set. I want you to complete pages 62 and 63. That is all. All right. I'd like you to get these 2 pages complete. What I would like you to do is when you are done with this assignment, I'd like to have whoever is on Class Dojo for you, whether it be your mom or grandma or dad, have them take a picture of both pages for me to look at. That way I can just see that you completed the assignment, and as well as maybe I can give you some feedback as well. I can text your mom or grandma or dad back, letting them know what I saw with your assignment. Okay, and you can even go, even after you do the problem set, you can go back and look at my video to see if you did things correctly. Maybe you can find out your own mistakes. All right. Now, on top of this assignment, I'd like you to go on Zern for Tuesday, and I'd like you to try to get 2 lessons done. I'd like you to get 2 lessons done on Zern tomorrow, Tuesday, March 17th. And then what I'm going to do is I hope you can get this assignment done tomorrow. If you just cannot get it done tomorrow, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, life is very challenging right now. But I'm going to post the lesson for lesson 5 tomorrow night. And I'll have that video up as well. All right, so I'm just going to take this day by day. No matter how long it takes you, that's how long it takes you. The important thing is that you're getting the material, you're understanding how to do these problems, you're continuing to learn. I'm not going to really set due dates to all these lessons, but I am going to give a time frame where your parents can take pictures, and I'll accept them and look at them on Class Dojo. All right, I would like you to go on Zern tomorrow on Tuesday. I see some people are going on Zern quite a bit. That's amazing. Maybe tomorrow night when I give you the next math lesson, maybe I'll say go on IXL and complete some problems with a particular topic. All right, it'll change. It'll change over time. This is my first math lesson video. This is crazy for me, strange for me, but I'm learning just like you kids are. We're learning on the fly, and we have to adapt, and that'll make us stronger in the long run. So go ahead, tackle lesson 4, dominate it. If for any reason you have some questions for me, of course, have your parents message me on Class Dojo, and I will answer them. But this is what I'd like you to do for Tuesday, March 17th. You kids have a wonderful day, and I am just I miss you so much, and let's just make the best of this. Okay, this is Mr. Bunt signing off, and I hope you kids have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.